Here we go. Okay. Ben, have you had a reading before?
I have never had a reading.
Okay. Well, one thing for sure, don't be like nothing bad will ever come through. Only healing, loving messages. So they're always fun when it's, when you've never had one but sometimes it can be a little scary because you don't know what to expect. So basically it'll just be loved ones and your angels coming through. And it's my understanding you were in the military, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and thank you so much. Like I can't say it enough, both of us. Thank you so much. Seriously, what you guys do is amazing. You guys should get paid more than anyone in the world, as far as we're concerned.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, so what were we gonna say, honey?
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Go ahead, Tink.
Oh, that's okay. So real quickly of how spirit communicates. Since you haven't had a reading, we're just going to explain it a little bit. Loved ones on the other side come through cryptic because they have to decrease their vibration. We increase ours and it holds the space, but we can only hold it for a split second. So it literally goes in and out really fast. So we hear it, but we hear it in our own voice. It's not how we're talking. I wish it was. It would make our job so much easier. But unfortunately, it comes through. It's very subtle and in our own voice. So we don't hear a male or female voice. We have to feel if it's male or female, or if it's like a mom figure, dad figure. We don't hear in-laws most of the time. Sometimes we might. Or like great grandparents or something like that. It'll just feel like a grandma or grandpa figure. You're going to come with a bunch of people, not just your people. You're going to come with your wife's people, with your friends, coworkers, a whole bunch of people, because they see that you're here communicating with someone. So they're going to be jumping right on the bandwagon, just so you know. So keep an open mind when loved ones come through, because they'll come through with attributes of them and then attributes of you, your wife, your loved ones. A lot of times they'll bring forward all your siblings, like attributes of them. You'll know, because they'll bring forward like a significant thing. Like for instance, like usually most of the time they're going to project an image may mean nothing to us but everything to you, and some of ours are symbols like a flag. So if we see a flag, that's generally my symbol for someone who's in the military and who actually has a flag of someone on the other side. But they're going to bring things up that you're doing on a daily basis, food you're eating, TV shows you're watching, people who you're communicating with, work people. They're going to bring up all kinds of things just to know that they are watching over you. And then they'll also bring forward a loving message as well, just so that way to give forward information that you know who it is. And then they're going to, we have to write, otherwise it comes through really fast. You can ask questions if you want to. Is there something specific that you wanted answered?
No, not that I can think of. I'm just really nervous. Don't know what to expect.
Yeah, that's okay. It's normal, but don't worry. Nothing bad will ever come through. It'll just be like, it would really be like they'll bring forward attributes of them to know that it's them. And then bring forward a message for you, letting you certain things that, whatever it is they would like you to know. Again, only healing, loving messages though. Make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take a quick second here. I don't know. Laura was actually right.
Yes.
If you want to go, honey, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. And I did want to just mention too, Ben, like we're not going to know everything about you. Your loved ones and your angels and your guides will bring forward what they feel will be most beneficial or helpful for you. That's really what we're tapping into. We're tapping into the energy of how can we best help you? What can we bring forward that will do that? And that's what they're going to show us. So, and if something doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Just set it aside. Sometimes they'll show us one thing or two things or three things, and maybe the first thing doesn't make sense and the second thing doesn't, and then the third thing, they all go together and they create a situation or a circumstance, or a memory. I was doing a reading for a lady, and I think I've shared this before with when we've done this, but I will get pets will come through. And the one day I was doing this reading, and usually I see pets, for some reason, they come in over in this area. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but over here is like where I see them. Well, I kept seeing this dog back here and a big dog, and I was like, Clifford, the big red dog. And she didn't know what I was talking about. I'm like, the dog wasn't going away. And that's what happens if we don't get to it. they won't move, like it's like stay stuck sometimes. So finally I let it go, and then they brought it back again, and it turns out that she had gone to go see the movie Clifford the Big Red Dog with her grandkids, and that was their way of saying, we saw you, we were there with you, with the movie, because I've never had Clifford the Big Red Dog come through. So that was, even though it may seem random or kind of silly, it's really not. There is a specific reason. It's just getting us to that, and then having the understanding of why they're bringing it forward. So we'll go ahead and get started. Like Tinkerbell said too, I call her Tinkerbell. We'll be writing things down, and we'll tell you what we're getting, and then we'll see where they take us. Okay. The most important thing, honestly, Ben, is just for you to relax. Okay. All right.
You want me to go, honey?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep. I'm
Okay.
still, yep. Mm-hmm.
So I can't breathe because we also feel things. So we'll feel things from you, from your family. If there could be someone here who's struggling with this as well. But I can't breathe. This feels like a male, and I keep getting a J. It sounded like Jerry or Jeremy or something like that. Sometimes you only hear the first part or last part of a name. And then I also got a Jim or a James. So is there, on the other side, is there like a dad or grandfather figure who would have had a lung issue?
There is a Gary.
Okay, Jerry, Gary. See, perfect. See, you get the spirit charades. You get it. That's awesome. Yeah. Was there an issue with lung? I keep hearing lung capacity, something with like COPD or something with lung cancer.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is him. He's here. He feels older to me. Is this one who's you're gonna have a bunch of people come through at once, just so you know. So they may bring forward one attribute of one and then another of another. So once we calm them down, we can then get more of a message from each one. Is this whose dad is on the, is this your dad or her dad, honey, or Ben?
Be my uncle.
Or your uncle? Okay. Is this on dad's side by chance?
It is.
That's why, because I keep hearing dad. So that's why. So he's just letting you know that he's here too. And then I heard something about a box, and I'm not sure what that is. So I'll try to get more information on that. I'm not sure about that. So just hold that thought for 1 second. I did hear Chrysler as well. Who worked or did something with a car company or auto company?
That I'm not sure of.
That's okay. I actually heard Chrysler. So I don't know if somebody just did something or bought a Chrysler or had something or is doing something with Chrysler.
I have a Dodge
If it
Ram.
doesn't make sense, that's okay. Well, did you just get it recently?
Within the last couple of years.
Yeah, I feel like it would be something more than that. So let's just keep going. Unless, like, I know I actually feel it's something else. So we'll keep going. Sometimes it's hard to connect right away of who it is. Okay, so I'm going to try and stick with Gary for a second. Something about Fort. In Florida, I saw sunshine, some connection to Florida. Somebody had a stroke too, because all of a sudden I started slurring. So generally they use our body. So there was somebody with a stroke on the other side, and also cancer. And who is a Gemini?
I'm not sure. I'm really bad about birthdays.
That's okay. It's end of May and June birthday.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
That's okay. Don't even worry. They'll bring forward more information. There's also an FR, Frank or Fred, something with FR.
My grandmother's name was Frida.
So that, and is this, oh no, this is another grandpa too, because there's also another grandfather too, because I just get really dizzy as well. Somebody had Alzheimer's or dementia. Something with the brain. Is that grandpa?
My grandmother on my mother's side had dementia.
Her too. Okay. So you just have a lot of people. We'll sort them through and we'll get through them. And then, like I said, once we kind of acknowledge them all, then we can get more messages. I kept hearing something too. It sounded like Benji. Benji. I don't know if it's a dog or Benny, maybe Benny, Benji, something Benny, Benji.
Nickname. Was that a nickname for you?
It was a nickname for me.
Thank you. That's funny. Okay, perfect. Was it Benji or Ben?
Yep, my cousin Scott called me Benji.
Because that's actually what I wrote. Yeah. Is he on the other side?
He is.
That's why. So that I just got chills on that. If I get chills or you get chills, it's your body's way of saying something is true. So thank you, Twink. Yeah, because that one is actually what I heard was Benji. So that's Scott, that's his way of saying too, he's here as well. All right, I'm gonna try and connect more and go ahead, honey. If you, so I'm gonna try and get more of the
Yes.
message.
Okay, because I feel the grandma, she stepped forward for me as well, just like acknowledging being here. Was she sick for a period of time?
Yeah.
Okay. And then did you go see her or visit her and spend time with her before she passed?
Yeah.
Okay, she just wants to acknowledge that and thank you for doing that. Now, to me, what it feels like is, and I'm trying to understand too, somebody that passed tragically with Scott, did he pass tragically? Okay. So that, because I can feel his energy coming forward and I keep hearing, there's something, I don't know if you feel like there's some, he keeps saying like, you feel like you could have done something or responsible. And he keeps saying it's not your fault. I don't know how that relates to you, Ben, but I keep hearing it's not your fault, or he wants to acknowledge that for you. Did you not, were you in contact with him before he passed?
I was.
Okay. And I'm so sorry, but did he take his own life? Do you know? Was there,
No, he didn't.
okay. Okay. Because he shows me, and I don't know if this is something you guys growing up, like shooting guns. But he does show me guns. Did he ever own a gun or have a gun?
That would probably be my cousin Jeff.
Oh, another J. Okay.
The J. Yeah, I wrote 3 J's down.
Okay. Now with your cousin, Scott, I want to stay on Scott for a second. Okay. When you guys would get together, okay, let me back up. Did Scott have an issue with a heart issue?
No.
Okay, do you know who the male would be that would have had a heart issue?
It would have either been my cousin Jeff or my cousin RK.
Okay, so you've got quite a few here. Okay, so that's Jeff's way of acknowledging that it's him with his heart issue. Okay, I feel like that's connected with him. Sometimes they'll bring forward one thing that can have multiple meanings or bring forward multiple people. Now, because I keep feeling the male having taken their own life or being responsible in some way for their passing. Who would that be connected to? Is that connected with any of those 3, with Scott, Jeff, or RK?
No, but my wife had a stepbrother who did that, was also named Jeff.
There, that's
Okay.
why that's the other J. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So that's just, did you know him?
I did briefly.
Okay. So that's just his way of stepping forward as well for you and for her. Now, there's some type of a connection that I keep being brought to with them also. And I don't know if you would have played cards or playing cards with any of them, with your cousins, because they were showing me that. Okay. And so that would be just memories, things that you've shared with them, things that you did. I was being shown like drinking beer. I don't know if you guys were drinking beer a lot or whatever. They were showing me flannel. I don't know who would have worn a flannel shirt or where the flannel comes in, but that was significant as well. Now, I'm not sure if this is connected with uncle, but I was being shown something with shaving or like learning how to shave, or if shaving was important. Does that make sense to you at all with your uncle, or Who, do you know who would have brought that forward?
That I'm not sure of,
Okay,
but the
That
flannel,
was
the
really-
cards, the beer, that all that all rings a bell.
okay, got it. So who do you feel that is connecting with?
Probably my Uncle Gary.
That would be with Gary. Okay, because I just want to make sure because they're kind of jumping around a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know somebody that passed in the military?
I do.
Okay, because I feel that would be a male. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel that he is coming forward. I was being shown, and again, I don't know with mountains. I don't know why I saw mountains, and I'm not sure if that's connected with him with the military. Do you know if there is a connection with that with the military?
Yes, I was in Washington and I escorted a soldier home.
Wow. Okay. Okay. And when you say that, did you meet with the family?
I did.
Okay. So, and he is passed, is that correct?
That's true.
Okay. That would be why he would be stepping forward because he wants you to know that he knows that and he's saying thank you for doing that. Okay, that's very significant. There is also a connection with a tattoo. I keep being shown a tattoo. I don't know if you have a tattoo. And is that connected with the military?
Probably.
Okay, there's something with some type of a design. So I see some type of a design, but then I also see numbers. And I feel like I have to just acknowledge that piece, okay? Go ahead, Tinkerbell. I'm gonna
Yeah,
also
no problem.
spider.
ahead.
I keep seeing a spider, so
Is
I
it a
don't know if.
Scorpion.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I had to say it. That would be why. Okay, because I'm like, why am I seeing a spider with the tattoo? Okay, that would be why. All right, go ahead, Tinkerbell.
Okay, so Uncle, this is Gary. After Gary, I got baseball. So I don't know if he played baseball or if this connects with you, or if there's a connection with baseball. Is that for both of you or just, or which one?
He would.
It's okay. I know, I'm sorry. I'm, s-
And if you need to take a
it-
minute,
it's
go ahead, Ben. It's
okay.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he used to take you to baseball because I wrote trip right after that. So did you guys used to go to baseball games?
Yeah, he would come watch my boys play.
Oh, that's
Oh,
why.
that's so cute. Yeah.
Yeah, he did say he's proud of you. He's
Mhm.
really proud of you. And he's
Mhm.
bringing forward an apology. And I feel like because he's bringing forward, he really loves you and he feels he comes through as like a dad figure almost. Like, and it's actually making me a little emotional. Um, very solid and he's sorry because he feels like he left you, or well, he feels like he left you. And he knows that you're missing him, and he's bringing forward a pillow, which is my symbol for dream. Did you have a dream about him?
Mhm.
He's just acknowledging that that was him. And he's with you all the time. He's bringing forward, always looking over your shoulder. And advice. He's still giving you advice. So I don't know if you used to look to him for advice. He's bringing forward something about a peach in Georgia. I don't know, peach? Is that a connection to Georgia by chance? Because sometimes peach, because that's can be a symbol with Georgia.
He took me to Georgia when I joined the military to get on a plane.
Okay, so yeah, so he's just that just his way of validating that it's him and that he's watching that he is here and he's never left you. It's just his physical body. He is bringing me to his site, like where his I don't know if you visited him recently, his headstone or something with the headstone. Did you talk about going there or doing something with this headstone?
No. I talk to his picture sometimes. I don't know if that means anything.
Okay, it could be, but I actually feel like this may be someone else then because I actually see something about like a headstone. So somebody else may be coming through. And then also I saw a pineapple. pineapple's my symbol for Hawaii. So I don't know if you have a connection to Hawaii, either with him or just you.
I do. I was stationed in Hawaii.
Okay, so yeah, so he's just, they bring that to bring, they bring forward information that would just validate that it's them. He's also bringing forward, there's something, two kids. Is it you who has two kids?
Yep.
Okay, he's acknowledging, and I keep hearing boys. I don't know if they're both boys or one boy or two boys.
They are both boys.
Okay, so he's just acknowledging them too, and he's still watching, he's showing me angel wings, which means he's watching over them and you. And I don't know if somebody got a tattoo with writing or is thinking about doing something in honor of him. But he is showing me some angel wings too. So and a heart. So a lot of times that can just be my symbol for tattoo or in honor of. Is this you? Are you getting one in honor of him?
I've been considering it.
Yeah, so he's just, they like to bring the things up that you're thinking about too, because they want you to know. He's bringing forward coffee for some reason too. I don't know if you guys used to drink coffee together or something with coffee.
He was a heavy coffee drinker.
Yeah, he's still drinking it. He's still drinking it, just so
Yeah.
you know. And there is a Daryl or a Darren, something with DAR. Daryl or Darren. It could be someone here who you're talking to, because I'd love to bring things up that you're doing in the last few weeks, especially the last few days.
I'm not sure.
Okay. And a Mary. There's something with MAR or Mary, and it feels like someone on the other side. It feels like a mom or an aunt.
I'm not sure about
Can
the
be like
Mary.
Mary. That's okay. Go ahead, Twink. I'll try to get more information on that.
Yeah, so I'm sorry if you said this, but he's making me feel like he was sick for a period of time. Was your Uncle Gary sick for a period of time?
Yeah.
Okay, and did he have some issue with his stomach? Do you know? I don't know if he had a hard time eating. I keep having a hard time, like it feels like heavy in my stomach or something.
He I don't know, he had bladder cancer and lung cancer.
Yeah. Okay, yep, that would be why. That's why he's bringing me to like
Stomach.
that, my stomach area. Yeah. And he just wants to acknowledge like you helping and like doing what you could to help him. And he's saying that like that it's okay. He just keeps bringing forward that it's okay. Like you did everything you could to help him. Did you see him shortly before he passed away?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then were you there when he passed?
I was on my way there when he passed.
That's why. Okay. So what he wants you to know that it's okay that even though you weren't able to make it there, he's saying that what happens too sometimes is that they will pass like before, and he wants you to know that before you were able to get there, it's not your fault. Okay. It's like sometimes they don't want us to be there. They don't want us to see that. And he just wants you to know that he heard you and that it's okay that you weren't able to get there. Like he talks to you. What he keeps showing me is trying to make you laugh. He keeps trying to like joke with you and like he wants to like lighten things up and just make you laugh. He just literally keeps doing that and showing me that. And then he was showing me hunting too, like camping, or did you guys ever go like hunting or fishing?
We did fishing a lot.
Okay. And then do you take your boys camping?
We've been starting here within the last couple of years. Yeah.
Okay, that's why. So it's like his way too of just wanting to let you know, like being there, seeing what's going on, being around you, being around the boys. I know you said the photo, but he does bring forward. Do you have a photo of a face tattooed, or were you thinking about getting a face tattooed?
I have 2 tattoos of my boy's face.
Oh, that's why. Okay. So again, that's your uncle's way of acknowledging too that he sees that. And watching over them. It's very important that you know that he is watching over them. I keep being brought to the shaving this okay, I feel like that has to do with like either a grandfather or did your Uncle Gary ever teach you how to shave? Or
If
was
he
he
did, I
ever
don't know.
talking to you about shaving? Did he have facial hair?
He did. He had a goatee.
Okay, there's something about, I don't know. Did you trim yours recently or did you do something different with yours?
Yeah, I used to have a full beard.
That's why. Okay, that's why. So he just wants to acknowledge that, that you did something different too.
And it's kind of like, probably like his. Did you shape it kind of similar? That's why, because it's like his.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He also showed me a watch. Do you have a watch of his?
Hey, I have his watch that I gave him at my wedding.
Okay. So again,
Oh, that's why he's bringing the diamond ring. Yeah.
Mhm. So yeah, so he just wants to acknowledge that. And again, he's helping you from the other side. He brings so much love forward for you. He really does. And being so very proud of you. I can't tell you enough how much he just keeps making me feel like he's so proud of you. He's like, and I'm like literally hearing like my boy, like my boy. He's like, you feel like, he feels like he's your dad. And he watches over you just like, a very loving dad would do. He does show me boots. I don't know if you have his boots or if he used to like wear boots or something, but he is showing me boots.
I'm not sure about the boots.
Okay. Do you know like something by the door? When I see that, it can be a symbol of mine too, like leaving boots by the door. Did he used to have boots like by the door, or when he would come in, would he take his boots off or something by your door?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear noises or did you hear footsteps?
I've heard a couple of things that I didn't know what were.
Okay, it's part of the reason he just showed me that too, was just acknowledging and letting you know that it's him, his way of trying to get your attention, let you know that he's around. Go ahead, Tinkerbell. There is a dog too, real quick. I know that there's a dog on the other side that's with him. That's just jumping forward really quick. Go ahead, Tink.
This is funny, but I heard hairball. So I don't know if it's like a cat. Did you guys just get it? But usually I see a cat, so I don't know if there's some significance to hairball, if somebody used to joke about coughing or something.
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, I'm not sure about that either, because I just heard hairball. So this may make sense. I know, right? Maybe he's trying to make you laugh. I don't know.
Yeah.
It almost makes me feel like when people used to cough a lot, when they cough a lot and they say they coughed up a hairball. So I don't know if he used to cough a lot and joke about it. I don't know. And then I heard gangrene. So who would have had something with their toe or their leg or something with gangrene?
That would probably be Gary.
Okay, so that's him again. Did he have something happen with one of his toes or his leg?
Yeah, he had
Is it gout?
yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, something, and I heard right foot. So I don't know if it was his right foot or something with this. Okay. And then and this keeps coming up too, and it came up a couple times, so I know it's something. I heard it sounded like parakeet, but then it went to a parrot. So I don't know if you have one on the other side. It went to green and blue. So did you have a parakeet growing up by chance?
No, not that I can remember.
Did Gary have one by chance?
I don't
Do
think
you
so.
know? So that one was really clear. So I know it's something. So this may make sense. Or I don't know if one of the kids was talking about getting a bird or something. I don't know, but that one was clear. And then Florida. So I don't know if this connects with Gary. There was a connection to Florida with someone too.
That was probably Scott. He lived in Florida while he was getting his law degree.
Okay. And is that because I did hear also Fort Myers separately. So I don't know if that's the same connection. Is
Nope.
that with Scott?
That's it.
Oh, so that's definitely him then. And then Virginia as well. The name or the state came up. Trying to bring up everything that came up before that I didn't mention. Pokemon, just, I never get that one. Pokemon, I don't know, somebody used to, did the kids collect it or something?
They have some Pokemon cards.
Okay, yeah, because like my kids never collected them, so they wouldn't mean anything to me, but especially if I feel if for some reason that was Gary. So I don't know if he used to, get some for them. I don't know. And then also there was a gun. Somebody had a passing with a gun. I'm not sure if they took their own, it feels like they took their own life with a gun. Um, and I also heard the name, it sounded like Sean. Something with SH.
No, I've had two people that I know of that did that with a gun, and it would have
Okay.
been Rachel or my wife's stepbrother, Jeff.
Okay, so it can be middle name too, or last name, so part of that, but it may not be connected to the gun. Sean was, so it could be someone separate. Do you know a Sean as well?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so there may be something else, so we'll just set that one aside for now. I do for the passing, it's actually for both. Your wife's the one who took his own life with the gun. I keep hearing, I'm sorry, and I feel like it has to do with a mom. So I don't know, did a mom find one of them?
Yeah, my wife found him.
Oh, your wife, okay. I don't know, it sounded like I heard mom though.
Well, it's because both of our boys were there too, probably.
Okay, that's probably why I got chills everywhere. He's apologizing, just so you know. Please apologize to your wife as well. Um, he's just bringing forward it was selfish and stupid, and he's sorry. Because that shouldn't have happened that way for anyone to find. That's something that would be really difficult to get over. And so he just keeps I keep hearing, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then I just saw a box of Cheerios. So I don't know if the kids just ate Cheerios. I have no idea if somebody really liked Cheerios or if they just want you to, trying to lighten it up a little bit. I don't know. And Vegas too. I think this may have done something to do with Gary. Because that was coming in after the pineapple. Did you guys go to Vegas together?
No, but we talked about going.
Okay, even if you talked about it, he'll still bring it up. So it's funny because I just saw a slot machine, so he's like playing. So if you go, he'll be playing with you, just so you know, if you end up going. And again, he loves you. Go ahead, Twink.
Yeah, and he'll be helping you to win money too.
Yeah.
So that was like a big one. He like flashed in like I feel like on the slots something too. I don't know if it would be on the slots, but like you'll know that it would be him. He brought forward, did you say something at like a eulogy or did you say something at the funeral?
I talked to him when he had passed away.
Okay. Are there ashes? Do you have ashes?
Yeah, he was cremated.
Okay, because he brought that forward and just wanting to acknowledge that. And then, okay, retired. You seem like you're really young to be retired, but are you retired?
I am not. I
Okay.
wish I were.
Had you talked about retiring, or was that a conversation that you just had?
Yeah, I've been the guy that I work with, he's getting ready to retire soon, so they've probably been around.
Okay, that's why. So, and then there was also something connected. I don't know if you used to like just, talk with Gary and just, like everyday kind of stuff, it's like, and he shows me like the phone, like just talking on the phone and like, you being able to like call him and just not really talk about anything, but just talk about daily stuff. And he says he hears you and he brings forward you talking to him like in your car or your truck. It's like knowing that you're thinking about him and he hears those conversations and he wants you to continue to do that. And then he showed me something with like working outdoors, do you have like property? Like with I don't know if you have like a riding lawnmower or something.
No, he had property.
Got it. Did you get tools of his, or did you get something like, because he showed me like, I don't know if there was a shed, or like working outdoors. I don't know if you used to help him with that, and tools.
We used to garden a lot.
Okay.
Like we
all right.
had a 40 by 32 plot that we would plant every year.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool.
Wow. Okay. And did you want to do that again? Like, were you trying to figure out how to do more of that?
Mhm.
Okay. And so do you have property now at your house where you could potentially do something like that? Or are you thinking about buying property?
Oh, I've been talking to my wife about buying property for a long time.
Okay. All right. Because I feel like that in some way, like he's going to help you to be able to do that. But I feel like that will help you to feel connected with him as well. But even if you do things on where you are right now, planting things, he's still going to be there. Like he's going to definitely help you with growing and doing those projects. Okay. So he will be a part of that with you. Okay. Other things. The last thing, because I know we have to wrap up, with my back, do you know who would have had an issue with their back or hurt their back?
No, Gary.
That was Gary. Got it. Okay, because that came up earlier and I didn't get to that. Okay. All right. Okay, go ahead, Tinkerbell.
He just said he keeps bringing up a swimming pool real quickly because I know we do have to wrap up, but he's bringing up a swimming pool. So I don't know if you guys, if did you just get a new swimming pool or talk about something with the swimming pool, or is this with him?
This would be with him. They had a swimming pool growing up and we were in it all the time.
Okay, so he just and he said life is short. He's like, life is short. He wants you to have fun. He said, have fun and lighten up. Sorry, don't shoot the messenger. This is this is him. And
Yeah.
he said, make memories, make memories, fun times, and remember those fun times with him.
Birthday
Yeah.
cake. I just saw birthday cake too. So not sure where the like celebration or birthday cake is coming in. Okay. It's like, to me, what it feels like a lot of the message for you, Ben, is saying like, I'm right there with you, I'm right there with you. We all are. That's what I just heard too. Like we all are right here with you, right next to you. And even though it's kind of like thinking of them being like in another state, where it's like, if you were to call them on the phone, you can still talk to them. You can still, connect with them. They're still going to be there. You're just not going to physically see them, but they're still with you. They still are helping you. And they're still a part of your life. So, and that's what he keeps saying. He's like, he just wants you to know that he's around and he's there, with your kids, seeing what's going on in your life, and wanting you to enjoy it, wanting you to make memories, like Tinkerbell said.
Memories,
Absolutely.
have fun. He's like,
Yeah.
have fun. Keep having fun because he's having fun right there with you. When you have fun, he has fun. He wants you to be happy.
Right.
Yeah, he
And
wants you to be
take a
happy.
vacation. I'm hearing something with taking a vacation, and doing something with your wife. Are you guys planning a vacation or going somewhere?
We're going on a cruise in February.
Yeah, I got chills on that. Yeah, very
Yeah.
happy.
Do you have any extra room? Because Tinkerbell and me,
Yeah, we need to go. I think we need the traveling mediums to come with
Right?
you.
We can fit in a small suitcase.
We can. I can
No one will
contort.
know.
Trust me.
Oh
Well,
my
Ben,
goodness.
thank you so
Yeah.
much. We
Thank
know
you,
this
guys.
wasn't easy. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gives you a little bit of peace, and hopefully it will help a little bit in all areas of your life, right?
Thank you so much for letting us do this reading for you, Ben. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Was it scary? Was it as scary as you thought?
No, but it was more emotional than I thought, for sure.
Yeah. But trust me, we get emotional too. We cry right with you. So don't you feel bad, because I was welling up. Twinkle, she also wells up. Like we feel the emotion too, Ben. So don't feel bad about that.
Yeah.
right? We do it all
It's
the
a lot
time.
of
so-
love. It's just,
It
there's so
is.
much love that comes through, and that's what you're
Yeah.
feeling, because you're feeling them, you're feeling the
Yeah.
connection with them. And they're so happy that you did this, because they know that it was really hard for you to do this, but they were the ones that guided this session. So they wanted to make sure that this
Yeah.
happened for you. Just so you know. So it
Yeah.
was definitely divinely guided. And it was like they did everything they could to make sure that, you did this, but you showed up. So thank you for being here. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
And we'll get this over to you too. Thank you so much. Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Well, you have a magical night. I'm gonna stop.